Welcome everyone. Really excited to do this workshop with all of you. This is a fresh workshop in the four-part series as YH mentioned. The title is NFT Art Starter Kit, Launching NFTs on Opensea. So this would be the very basic introduction to how to mint NFTs, how to basically sell it. And we'll be deep diving into more, you can say, complicated methods to do it. Right now, the basic purpose of this first presentation or the session is that we are able to cover the very basic grounds. So some of the things you'll hear, you might have already know, some of the things that you wouldn't know, but we need very strong, solid foundations to get the complicated, more difficult things to get. So this is the very first of it, the foundation of it. Uh, yeah, X, you can move forward.
Yeah, yeah. This is designed for anyone, right? Really, to be able to mint an NFT, which is basically creating an NFT. And we've chosen OpenSea because at the moment it is the largest platform. So it is somewhere where you can kind of get eyes on your NFTs quite fairly easily, since it is the biggest and most used.
Absolutely. So my name is Hamza. I go by the art moniker Han City. I do multidisciplinary art, and I'm a Web3 enthusiast. I try to learn, I try to teach, I try to understand since it's a new technology, and I'm really fascinated by it as an artist. We'll basically tell you why it's so important for artists around the world, especially. And I'm just a player in it, and I'd love to share my ideas, my thinking regarding all of this.
Yeah, so I'm XP. I am also an artist, mainly focusing on illustrations. I'm actually anonymous or pseudo-anonymous in the space, which is something that's quite common, something that NFTs has enabled a lot of us to do. I have two collections actually on OpenSea at the moment, one of which is where I mint a single dot every single day, which I've been doing for over 4 months. And the reason I picked OpenSea is because one, because it's one of the biggest platforms, as we know, and OpenSea also offers free minting. Usually, when you mint an NFT, it costs quite a bit of money in gas fees because of how the Ethereum network is built. But OpenSea have figured a way to kind of let you mint for free on their marketplace, which is quite a good benefit. So we'll get into that as well as we go further into this.
Okay, X, could you please test the subtitles again? I think it's not showing up. Maybe you can
Oh,
open the VBEX one, the one from this Zoom, the one from this client, so that it can show up, because I think it's showing only when you're speaking. So, yeah.
I think it is turned on, but it might just be working when I'm talking.
Okay.
Hello.
Maybe you can turn it on from, yeah, I can see it again.
Yeah, I think it's just going to work on because I'm not sure how to turn it on Weebix.
Yeah, it's working. It's working for now. So, okay. So the very first thing that we need to understand is the difference between blockchain, the wallets, and the exchanges. So the exchanges, such as Bybit, are basically, you can consider them as an organizational place where all the blockchains can exist together, because it's not on chain. It's not like the client, or it's not the software or the app that runs other cryptocurrencies. And yeah, Bybit's NFT, I recently saw it on the website. It's already kind of in beta mode, so that's pretty nice. But generally, the NFT marketplaces exist on chain. Like if it's a marketplace on Ethereum, so it's entirely run on Ethereum as a service, as a cryptocurrency. If it's running on Solana, then it's running on Solana as a blockchain, and it's like separate from every other blockchain. So when you're dealing in Web3 and when you're dealing in NFT, the general typical process looks like you're transferring funds from the exchange into a wallet address that represents a particular blockchain or that works on a particular blockchain. Here we have used Ethereum as an example because firstly, Ethereum is the biggest NFT marketplace in the world. It's the most popular. And secondly, Opensea is on Ethereum. It's an Ethereum based marketplace. So you need to transfer funds from your exchange, Bybit, to Metamask, that is the Ethereum wallet, and then you can interact with things on OpenSea. It's not necessary for us today to transfer any funds because we're going to be using, you'd see later on, we're going to be using a method that does not require any fees. But generally, just to operate on MetaMask and OpenSea, you would be needing to transferring things from Bybit to MetaMask. So just keep that in mind. Plus, the PDF resource that we're giving has step-by-step guides onto how to transfer funds from Bybit to MetaMask and from MetaMask back to Bybit. So you can check that out later on when you need to transfer funds. Today we will not be transferring any funds in that case, but it's important to understand the process.
Yeah, so this is quite a simplified version of the process as well. Each one of these since even though this is a circle, each section can kind of be branched off into doing its own thing as well. But the typical process of putting the money into MetaMask, turning that into an NFT that gets sold, comes back into MetaMask, and then back into the exchange is what an average artist would be doing.
Absolutely. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna basically go over all of these things, and then we're gonna move towards actual practical implementation. So right now, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna try to create art together. We tried different methods to understand how to create the best type of art together, and the thing that we came up with that would be more efficient and more participatory would be creating AI art. In this exercise, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking numbers from in chat and we're going to be putting it into an AI software, and the AI is going to come up with an art that we're going to mint together. And later on, with the help of the PDF and this session, you can mint your own. We expect you to mint. We expect everyone to mint your first NFT in your own time. We can't do it together all at once because it's gonna take a lot of time, but we're definitely gonna make art together through this once we go into the practical implementation of this.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about doing the artificial intelligence thing with this group. We've done a few experiments already, but they've come out very different and some a little weird. Not gonna lie, but I'm interested to see what we all come up with together through AI.
So we're going to briefly go through the actual minting process. A lot of people have very big misconceptions about what minting is. So we're going to briefly touch upon it, enough for us to understand the practical thing, but not too in depth because it would make no sense to just talk about it and not mint. So to mint anything, when you say minting an NFT, it just means that we're attaching a token to that image or to that media asset, because it can be an image, it can be a music file, it can be a GIF, it can be a document even. So what we're doing in the minting process is we're kind of attaching a number to that media asset, and that number is unique on the blockchain, and uh, you can consider it as like an address, as a unique address attached to that media asset. So in the visuals you see right now, that is Ethereum logo. You're on the Ethereum blockchain, and then you go to a marketplace that is a representative, that is a visual front of where your media asset or your image or whatever you have decided to mint will be, and then we're attaching a secret unique code to it to kind of identify that this is something unique on the blockchain and there's nothing more like it. So that is basically how minting works. You attach a number to a media file, and that number being attached makes the file become unique, and that is why it's called mint.
Yeah, and like we mentioned in the start, we have chosen OpenSea since it's the biggest uh, platform at the moment. But there's definitely plenty of options nowadays. You know, we got Rarible, we got Mintable, we got quite a lot of options. And sometimes if you do, well, all the time, if you make your NFT on chain, it kind of can live on all the platforms at once as well. Although today we'll be showing you how to mint on OpenSea storefront, since it's one of the best ways for beginners to uh, mint an NFT. Minting on chain does uh, allow you to sell on any platform, which is quite exciting about an exciting thing about NFTs. But that would be something obviously maybe we can talk about on another session in the future.
After minting, we're gonna go through listing. So a lot of new people, kind of miss between listing and minting. So minting is definitely just creating the NFT, just throwing it into the world, into the blockchain world, and it's there. Listing means you are putting it up for sale. So both of them are a little different processes, and listing, as you'd know later on, is kind of a little bit, you need to be careful about it, especially in the light of recent days, where something really bad happened to some of the NFTs that were listed on OpenSea, and it resulted into people losing a lot of money. So we're gonna go briefly through that too, and we have a whole walkthrough guide in the PDF too about listing. So you can always take help from that and know that the process that you're doing is correct.
Yep. So after you kind of list your NFT, it's you know once it's listed, it just sits there on the marketplace, but you kind of need to get eyes on it, and that's where your social media presence is very important. So we'll briefly talk about Twitter and Discord and how to kind of get your name out there, get eyes on your NFT, and get it sold, which sometimes can be the hardest part of the process. But it's all part of the whole game of NFTs. So right now we're actually gonna. This was just a brief overview of what we're gonna go through. We're gonna get a little more practical now. Han City and I, we're going to show you how to actually mint an NFT on OpenSea and how it works. And there might be a little cahoots straight after that as well. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and Han City, if you want to take over.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's connecting. So yeah, we're gonna get practical. One thing that we have really focused on, especially for this workshop, is basically to be as hands-on as possible. So is my screen being shared right now?
Yeah,
Okay, perfect. So this is what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be starting with creating the art together. And honestly, this is very much fun. We tested it and it was pretty much fun. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to simply be taking your favorite numbers that I see in the chat. I don't know if you want to write a triple digit number, if you want to write a double digit number, what we're trying to do is we're giving the AI software a text prompt, and then the software would be basing an art piece on that text. So we tested it, and the number thing was pretty much fun. And we would love for you to give us numbers in the chat. And I'm going to be picking up numbers from here, and then I'm going to be pasting it here, and then we're going to be giving the AI time to process art. So on the chat, yeah.
Yeah, just your favorite number. Wherever
Yeah.
your favorite number is, just put it in the chat. And
Okay, I'm going to
we'll
try to
try and pull
copy
up
as much
as many
as
as
I
we can.
can, because there's going to be a lot of numbers. So we have
So
25, we have 555.
let me read some out to you then.
Okay, yeah, that would be
Yeah.
more efficient.
So we got quadruple 5, then we got triple 5, and then we got 24, we got 5, we got triple 6, we got 21, we got 12, we got 13, we got triple 3, 7, 20, 777,
Okay,
55.
we have touched the limit, so
Ah,
we're gonna do a few more. It has like, I think that it has 15 lines, so 20.
888. Don't miss 888 though. That's quite important.
Okay, 888.
777. I see 55, 11, and
55.
3.14. That's a pretty interesting one.
That's very particular. We'll take it. Okay, what else?
42. I think that's the last one.
42. Okay, cool.
Oh, 827. We have one final entry.
827. What's your favorite number?
5. I think I already put it in there. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna put in 7 because it has already been done, but whatever. So who else? Is there another number? Should we just tell the AI to create something?
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Okay, so we have set it to this, and now it's just processing. I'm gonna connect it with my.
Let the computer do its thing. The artificial intelligent racket's brain.
Okay, so it's gonna be there in the background running. Okay. Got it. Let me fix this for a moment. I would need to connect something else right now. Is my screen still sharing? Wait, give me one moment to do this. X, can you, while I connect this account, could you briefly speak to us about MetaMask and seed phrases? Because I think it's important to like theoretically understand how to manage the seed phrase while I just connect this to my other account.
Yeah, so hopefully some of you are already quite familiar with how MetaMask and seed phrases work, but just a brief overview for anybody that's not familiar. When you create a MetaMask wallet, yeah, which is essentially called a hot wallet, you will get a 12 random word seed phrase, what is called the seed phrase. This word, these 12 words are essentially your wallet. That is the access to your wallet. It's the password and username in one. If you give these 12 words to anyone, they will permanently have access to your account. So it is very important that these 12 words you never give to anyone else. In the process of this demonstration, we'll obviously be showing that 12 words because for the demonstration we kind of have to, but this is not a wallet that we will be using. Typically, you should never live stream in front of, I don't know, 100 people or however many people hear your seed phrase. That's not a good idea. So yeah, keep your seed phrase very safe. That is essentially your wallet. And after that, you also have like the private key and the actual the wallet address. The wallet address is the thing that you can share with anyone. So the wallet address, it looks kind of scary because it's a bunch of random letters and numbers, but it's completely okay to share that with anyone who can. The only thing they can do with your wallet address, as you might know, because it's quite similar with exchanges, is you can receive funds. That's all that is, and receive NFTs, which sometimes is fun as well. So yeah, we can't emphasize enough how important it is to protect your seed phrase.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And yeah, it's important. I'm going to be installing MetaMask right now, and I'm going to be showing the seed phrase essentially, and I would not be using that account ever. I'm just installing it because it's important to understand how to install it. But generally, you need to keep that secret seed phrase to yourself because it's like a key, it's like a digital key. So, if you give the key to your house, for example, to someone, that would be, that would mean that they have access to your house. So that is what it is essentially. And I'm almost there. I've almost connected. What happened here was that it's connecting to an account that has credit limit. So I just connected it, and it's almost done. AI takes a little bit of time to kind of process the art. So we need to run it in the background while we do the MetaMask thing. Maybe we need to log in access. Okay, I think we're in.
We can't see your screen at the moment, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Dang, okay. I think we need to do the numbers thing again. It has connected, but I think it has lost memory. The AI is kind of good at making art, but not remembering numbers for some reason. So we need to run it once again. But yeah, let me share again. It's connected for sure. We have 4 credits. No. Okay, the screen share is in process connecting. Is my screen been sharing right now?
Yeah, you can see your screen.
Okay. Let me check this one more time. And I think we need to start doing these exercises more in these things. This is the first time literally we have used the AI translator. So let's run this one more time and see what comes up. So we can use the same numbers if,
I think we got new numbers coming in.
okay,
Or is it the same ones? So
I don't
888,
know.
that's very important. We put that in. 555. We got 482. Triple
Mhm.
six. I'll put in 5.
Okay,
Um, let's see what else there is. 7. Triple three.
7, 3,
87.
7,
24.
24.
Any more? Any more? I feel like I'm doing an auction here. Going once. We have total. Is that 22?
Let's go with 22.
Let's go with 22 in that one.
Okay,
3.14. How can we miss 3.14? You're not moving on without adding that in there. The very specific 3.14 from Nick. All right.
okay,
Are we gonna run? Hopefully the AI isn't
let's
as
run it.
forgetful this time. Creation is
Then,
processing.
oh, it's
I think maybe let it do its thing while you go on with the MetaMask.
this is still being weird. Still being weird for some reason.
What I'll do, if you carry on with the MetaMask thing, I'll try and do it on
Yeah, you can
my
try
end.
to use these numbers
Yeah,
on your end and you can share
yeah,
your screen.
cool.
Uh, I don't know. I don't know what's messing up. Tested twice, but okay. Let's proceed. X has all the numbers secured, and he's gonna run it on his machine. And hopefully, once we're done setting up the MetaMask, we're gonna have our beautiful painting. So right now, the very first thing that we're doing is we're installing MetaMask, and all you have to do is Google MetaMask, and you're going to be led to a screen that is metamask.io. Very important to see if this is the official link, because sometimes scammers create wrong links and you download the wrong MetaMask, and when you actually insert your credentials, or your assets gets lost. And if you are in the space for a long time, you are prone to fall victim to these things. I've almost been a victim to some of these things. Some of our friends have been a victim to this. So it's very important to see if you are on the right website. It's metamask.io. You see everything's legit. Then you click download now, and it will prompt you to the browsers that you're using. I'm using Google Chrome, so I'm going to be clicking on install MetaMask on Google Chrome, and then I'm going to add it to Chrome. It's an extension. It's a web extension essentially. So it's going to be right there on top of your screen here, and it's going to run it from there. And most browsers are extension of it, most wallets. So we're going to wait for it to get completed, and it's here. Let me just pin it here, and you click on the MetaMask. It's going to lead you to its opening window. So again, MetaMask is the wallet that connects you to Ethereum. And right now we don't need any funds, but of course, if you sell an NFT, you're going to have some funds in your MetaMask wallet. And if you're listing your NFT in some ways, it's going to require a transaction, since you're doing it on a blockchain. So it's gonna prompt you to do those actions. So we're new to MetaMask. If I already had my recovery seed phrase, which I have for my original account, and if I wanted to import it here, I would use this, and I would just put my secret recovery phrase here, and it's gonna just import all of the things that I have on that wallet. Right now, though, we're gonna be creating a new wallet. So you read here, it's saying never collect. MetaMask wouldn't be asking for your IP address. It wouldn't be selling your stuff. It would never collect keys. You agree to it, and you create a password. I'm gonna do something really simple right now, just to get past the screen. And these are some things that we need to read. Like, they're actually advising us if we wish to share the recovery seed phrase where. Personally, for me, one of the key rules that I personally follow is that I just write it down on a piece of paper, and it never touches a digital thing. So if you write it down somewhere on a physical piece of note, you're kind of safe, as long as you keep that at a safe place. But you can watch this video, you can read this, and you can understand why it's important. And yeah, it's essentially keys that you cannot change. It's like a key to your house, and the only difference is the lock is the exact same lock. You can't really like change the lock. So you need to protect that key. So yeah, this is the recovery seed phrase. Again, I'm doing it for demonstration purpose. I'm gonna just copy these and paste somewhere to just show you how to do it, but don't do it like this. You need to protect it. Like, this is the most important thing that you need to protect, because wherever this is, they can actually, if I give you this, you can kind of log in for, by yourself to this account. So they're going to ask me to confirm it to know that, I wouldn't lose this. So I'm just going to watch it from here, and I'm going to fill this form to proceed forward. But no person in their right mind would be sharing their actual seed phrase. So it's very important for us to just go through this process to understand how it works. So
And
yeah.
it's quite important as well to keep it on a physical paper and try and avoid keeping it on the computer as much as possible, because a lot of people have had their seed phrases hacked from people hacking their computers, and kind of looking for that specific. It's still quite difficult, of course, but it is possible for hackers to find your seed phrase from hacking through your computer. So try to keep a physical copy. Try to keep multiple physical copies in safe places so you don't lose it. And try your best to keep it off your computer.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So now I confirmed it and it says congratulations, and now I essentially have access to my new wallet. So yeah, we were in. We have this wallet. This thing that you see right here is the wallet address. And this is the second most important thing for you. And you can share it publicly. The only thing someone can do is send you money. So do share it. Of course, if you do not wish to know you're the person behind this, so then do not share it. A lot of people like anonymity, and they prefer keeping uh, their wallet address safe. But this is the wallet address. If people wants to send you money, they're going to send it here. If you want to withdraw money, you're going to withdraw it from this address. It's going to show it here. So this is like your personal public address, and everyone can publicly see what you're doing on this address. So do what you want to with that information. And now that we're done creating this MetaMask, this stays here, and it would, whenever you relog in your browser, all it would do is just lock it up, and you're just going to need to put in the password that we initially put in to kind of log in. So you're exactly here, and this is the first step of being on the Ethereum blockchain. And it's also important to note that this is not just for OpenSea. Anything that you do on the Ethereum blockchain would be done through this wallet. So it's basically like your email address, but since Web3 is not like very big on asking for names and email addresses and addresses, so everything is just done through this one address and one MetaMask wallet. So it's essentially your email for applications in the Web3 thing that are run on the Ethereum ecosystem. So now that we have the MetaMask, and also feel free to put in your questions on the chat. I'm going to try to look at it again and again and try to answer if you're confused. But we already have a very detailed PDF. So, you might see it there. If you miss something, you can kind of recall it from there. So we're going to go to OpenSea, and we're gonna just navigate around. X is the AI art in process, hopefully.
Yeah, yeah, it's still in process. It's taking quite a while, but yeah, hopefully
Amazing,
it's done.
amazing, amazing. That's good. That's good. You can just throw it into my email address once it's done, and I can kind of download. Art takes time, definitely, definitely. It takes time, and robots are not like that efficient as of now. So we give them the benefit of doubt. They keep forgetting my email, so it's okay. It's okay. They're taking their time. So we're on the main page of OpenSea, and a bunch of things here, a bunch of things. And basically the homepage is showing some of the art that was minted previously, and you can kind of explore, but we do not want to right now. What we want to do is we want to create. So you click here on the wallet, and it gives you the option to connect, or you click here on the profile and it gives you the option to connect. So we have two options where we need to connect. This is something that it got from the cache. This is my normal profile picture. We click to the MetaMask and it's going to load here. And you need to be signing a lot of permissions here on the MetaMask, and you need to be very careful about what you're allowing. So right now, the MetaMask prompt is asking me to connect with MetaMask, the OpenSea. So it's nothing dangerous. And it's saying only connect to the sites you trust because it can download information. I click next. It's asking that this is the wallet address that you're connecting to. I click connect, and it's connected. So this is the good thing about Web3, that you don't need to go through those entire signups that we were recently struggling with during the AI thing. You get one wallet address, you get one wallet, and you're kind of connected with everything. So we're essentially connected to OpenSea, and yeah, we can click create here, but it's gonna be we have two things on OpenSea. It does not allow, firstly, it does not allow individual mints. It always goes up to a collection. So if you create from here, it's going to again ask you for a prompt, and you can either just start creating an item. So this is the minting window. So it directly starts creating from here. Or alternatively, you can click here and you can click on my collections and you can create a new collection. So if I create it from here, it's going to automatically create a collection for us, but that would be untitled. So we're going to do the easy route. We're going to go here. But if you want to do it more complexly, if you have like a collection in mind, let's say you're like my photography from 2019 as a collection, or my paintings or something like that. So specific collection. And if you head over to the main page, I can quickly show you the extensions between a normal project and a collection. So this
I've
is
sent I've sent the artwork, by the way, just so you know. It's ready
perfect.
for you to mint.
Perfect. Perfect. How is it? Is it beautiful?
It's interesting.
Okay, cool.
It's
So,
interesting.
so this is a collection, friends. This is a collection that has multiple things of the same thing. And if you click on one item, this is the item, and it basically shows a collection on top here. And our NFT would be looking like this once we're done, without the bids. Right now, nobody would be bidding and selling, but that would happen soon enough. So I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna create. I'm gonna download the NFT. So, and then we're gonna try to. So X, have you sent it to the email that I sent on the chat? It's a little different from my usual
Oh,
ones. Yeah,
oh,
send
sorry. Yeah,
it to
I'll send
this
it again.
email. Can we reveal it first? Yes, that's what we're gonna do in the email. Yes.
So I am sending it over right now. Hopefully, it comes quite quick.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, while it's in process, Web 2, we're gonna briefly go through the fields, and then we're gonna have a reel. So it's simple. It's simple. Again, a lot of people think it's very complicated. It's fairly simple. We have this place where we need to drag and drop the image. Then if you can see, the only field that is important here is the image itself and the name of the image. So anything that follows this is kind of depending on your own. I'm gonna briefly touch what these things are. You don't need to worry about them a lot. All you need to worry about is the name, the image itself, and these things here. So we're gonna go back. Have you sent it, X?
Yeah, it's sent. Shall I show it on my screen?
Yeah, you can reveal it on your screen while it's coming here. Sure.
Yeah. So this is what our collaborative effort with an artificial intelligence has come up with. So there's the numbers, and it's done whatever it's done with those numbers, and this is what it's come up with. It's a little abstract. I don't know. What do you think, Han?
I think it's interesting. Uh, Again, it's an amalgamation of all the numbers, and it kind of perceives patterns itself. Can we sell it more than people? Maybe,
Maybe,
maybe.
maybe.
Uh,
You could even take a right-click save of this right now, a screenshot, and use that. We can go full DAOGEN mode if the email isn't coming through. That's an idea, right?
e- can you drop in the chat here? I think we can drop files in the
Yeah.
chat.
All right.
This is dropping in the chat. It's something that we worked on. I'd love for it to be of higher quality. But yeah, I love doing these things, and we're basically thinking a lot over what activities we can do together, and we really want to do fun stuff together, things that are fitted inside the time that we have. And yeah, this is our first creation together, and let's mint this.
Yeah, I don't think it lets you down send stuff.
Okay, then last thing that you can do is Do you know about V-Transfer?
Uh,
I don't know
you,
why it's not coming. It's can you check my email again?
yeah, yeah,
Can
I'll
you?
check.
Yeah. Add it to the drive. Perfect.
Cool. Yeah, put it in there.
Okay. Okay. Let's. Okay. Masterpiece received. It's gonna download it now.
Technical difficulties of creating art together.
Yeah, I think we can do a bunch of stuff together. The only problem would be that these things kind of are glitchy sometimes, and we don't need to waste a lot of time. So hopefully we can figure out stuff like this that takes less time, but it's kind of interactive between all of us. And of course, we can sell this too. I think the only thing that's stopping us from selling this is we're just starting out. But with enough name and skin in the game, we can we can definitely like sell it as something that we just created. And I've downloaded it successfully. I'm going to share my screen once more, uh, and we can go forward with the process. Bybit DAO. That's a nice name. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna click on upload, and we're going to just link the masterpiece here. And let's look at the masterpiece once more. I guess you guys can see every window that I have, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so if you can see that there are very small numbers here, and it's basically forming patterns based on these numbers, which is fascinating. And also, this AI in particular tried to uh, convert the mood that we have with the art piece itself, and it creates the colors from there. So I think it's a pretty interesting result, and it's now sitting here ready to be minted. Can anyone suggest me the name for this art? Just write it down in the chat. I'll pick one, and we're gonna move forward. It's very important to name your art adequately. Okay, the date for today. That's a nice name. Anything else?
JPEG,
JPEG. Okay, PNG.
PNG.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is since it's a JPEG, we're gonna name it JPEG made on, and today's date, and it's 28/01/2022.
But it's actually a
And
PNG.
it's a PNG. Then we're gonna go with
Yeah,
PNG. We don't
no,
want
no,
to.
no, right. Now keep it JPEG, but do dot PNG at the end.
Okay,
There we go.
we had a perfect name. We have a description. We had fun
One thing I
making
like
it.
doing as well, there's the field there that's external link, which you can link your website to, which is kind of cool. So on the marketplace in the top right corner, there's a button they can press to go to your website. One thing I like doing is putting a YouTube video there. So I like making a YouTube video for each of my pieces and then putting the link there. So it's kind of cool. Like they can just press that link and then they jump straight into a video that talks about the piece. So you can really utilize that link area as well. But obviously, with this one, we don't really have anything that we can put in there at the moment, which is fine. That section's optional.
Absolutely. Again, the two red dots are on the JPEG itself or the PNG or whatever you wish to upload here. We have 100 MB size. We can have JPEGs, PNG, GIFs, MP3 wave. The world is yours. Mint whatever you think explains what you go through or your journey as an artist. So yeah, we're gonna leave external link, but for here you can put in your website if you have a description of it. We're gonna show you something really cool as well once we're done with this. And then these are things we do not have any collection, so it's gonna give it to the default one. But we already know that we can go here and we can go access collection from here. These are properties. These aren't very important, but if you need to attribute something like to it, like let's say numbers or colors or something, you can just write down so for people to know that.
It's typically used
Yeah,
for traits on a PFP
yeah, yeah.
collection. So that's usually where you'd put the traits like hat, I don't know, clothes and stuff.
Absolutely. We're gonna look at these properties once we're done minting it. These are the very same things. Unlockable content just means that if you need to attach another file on top of this image, so you open this and it gives you an option to just put down a link that someone can access. Here, is it an explicit or sensitive content? It's not. Now the supply here, and what we're going to be doing here briefly is we're going to be clicking here and we're going to click on Polygon. So on Polygon, it's free to mint. Since we do not have any funds here, we need to mint it on the Polygon thing. We can do it on Ethereum too. With Ethereum, you need some gas fee that kind of amounts from day to day, but right now it must be around 40 or 60. In the worst days, it's around 150. So a lot of new artists just use Polygon. Polygon has its issues, so be wary of it once you're doing it. But for demonstration, we're definitely using Polygon itself.
And that
Yeah,
fee is a one-time fee on OpenSea. So
yeah,
you only
yeah,
pay
yeah.
it once, and that's it. You can mint um, quite a lot of them after that. So it's not like you will be paying that fee each mint, but it's that one initial fee, and then you can mint on the Ethereum chain. Well, they say unlimited, but it kind of might not be over time. But at the moment, it is unlimited.
Absolutely. And this is important. This is supply. So there's one NFT, and if you just keep it one, that means if someone buys it, that's it. Someone else owns it. But if I put in 10 here, so it means that there are 10, uh, the token has 10 images. So the token is just one since it's a non-fungible token, but now there are 10. So 10 people can buy the same thing if I put in 10 here. So we're going to put two for demonstration purposes. And yeah, this is not relevant. We're gonna talk about this at a later session. We click create, and JPEG made on 28 is now minted. It's that simple. It's absolutely that simple, and we can share it. Obviously, we get a link. I'm gonna post a link here for you to look at the JPEG that you made. And what we're going to do again is going to go to our profile and see if it appears there and create it. And it's right here. So we see an untitled collection and we see the title and we see it here. Here's the description. And here it's showing two owned by you. So I own two. Someone goes here and try to buy this, they're going to buy it. So the next step is selling. So you see the sell option right here. Uh, when you mint something, it does not go to sale, obviously, because you need to set some prices. So you click on sell here. You can, if you're on the main page, you simply go here on your icon, you go to created, you, wait, why can't I see it?
Yeah, it takes time to OpenSea's kind of thing. If you go to activity, it might be there as well. Try an
Yeah,
activity.
I'm gonna go to my asset that I that I just pasted here. So it's right here, and it's owned by me. And here's the option of sell. So I click here and it gives me a bunch of options. The first is quantity. Am I selling both or am I selling just one? I'm selling both. And it was on the Matic or Polygon network. So if you're unfamiliar with Polygon, it's like a layer two thing on Ethereum. It's a blockchain on its own, but it runs on top of Ethereum, and that's how we get no gas fee because Ethereum, without getting too complicated, Ethereum's layer one, so it's the main blockchain, and layer two it kind of bypasses the main blockchain, so you pay less fee there since everyone a lot of people know who are in the blockchain that Ethereum gas fees are pretty heavy. And that's true. When I first minted my NFT about 10 months back, it costed me around $12. And now the minimum you can get, and on good days, it's 60, 70. And I'm pretty sure X might have gotten $2 or $3 because X has been doing this far
But
longer
I
than
don't know
me.
why, but I think it cost me like £90 when I did it. I'm not sure why. I think I was a lot more naive then. I didn't know about gas, and maybe it was high on that day. So yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my first mint costed me around $10, $15, and now it's more. So Polygon is your best way to kind of avoid that fees and sell things directly without paying much money. So price in ETH, it definitely does a back channeling and bring it back to ETH. So I think the best price to define this would be obviously 10,000 Ethereum, 24 million. We're going to be selling it for 24 million if someone buys it. We can
Please no
obviously
one, please
set
no one buy
one.
it.
We can
The seed
obviously
phrase is
set
public as well.
0.1, but we're going to sell for 24 million. I think this is worth 24 million. So duration. So you can set it to 3 days a week, 1 month. We're going to get into the strategies of this, but I think for any case, if you're selling something, 1 month is adequate. Uh, these
The
are service
max,
fee. Yeah.
the max you can do is 6 months as well. So you can't do
Yeah.
more than 6 months. And after that, the listing kind of just expires and it's no
Mhm.
longer for sale.
Yeah. So we're going to click on complete listing. It's probably going to ask us to unlock currency. If you're doing this on Ethereum, it would just ask a sign message while you paying some money. On Polygon, you just need to unlock currency and then sign the message. And we have all of this that we're showing to you right now in a PDF. So when you mint your own NFT, it's going to, you can make use of it and see the steps if you miss something right now. And the NFT is now listed. So it's priced this. And if I just copy this and if I open an open an incognito tab and if I paste it here, I can see that this is owned by the wallet address and I can see that it's listed for 10,000 Ethereum only. And I can buy this if I have the money and if I want to. And, it's going to ask for my wallet and everything related to that. But, essentially we have listed this. And this is right at the end of it. We have our NFT that's showing here. It's listed and its price is this. And yeah, we're done with minting this. We're gonna briefly, depending on the time X, can we do the quiz too? Can we like extend this for like 10 minutes at the end? Because we have one slide more and then we have the quiz.
Um, we could do the quiz right now, I guess, very quickly.
Okay, yeah. So X, please share the quiz. We can do the quiz,
Sure.
and then we can
This is
move on to the last slide.
so this is actually my first time doing the Kahoots. Do I do classic mode or cube
Yeah,
mode?
or YH can do it. It's on a
Oh,
shared
okay.
account for us. YH can do it herself. The winner of the quiz
Wait.
was one of our NFT.
Sorry, so you're asking me to share the Kahoot. Then
Yeah,
give me
yeah.
1 minute. I need to log in because I haven't logged into Kahoot.
For
Sure.
sure. So what we can do is we can cover our last
Do
slide, and
the
the Kahoot
last
can be
slide,
the
yeah.
very final thing. So yeah,
Sure.
the Kahoot is if you are able to win the Kahoot, along with anything that you get this NFT directly transferred to your account at the 10,000 Ethereum NFT. So that's just pretty dope. Yeah, absolutely. So what we want to do is briefly touch the Twitter Discord slide to understand how the process goes after minting, and then we can do the Kahoot. And yeah, so one thing that I need all of us to do once we're done and once you're off and once you're free is to set up your own MetaMask account and mint your first NFT. It would be really cool if you do not think that you're not an artist or something like that. Something that X told me once was everyone is born with an arts degree and everyone has a tendency to be creative. So I believe everyone in this day and age should mint something of their own, whether it's a photograph, whether it's a doodle, or whether it's anything that you think you made is creative. So try to mint your own NFT and send it to us. We have our socials. If you mint it and if you send it to us, we're going to take a look at it and tell you that it's awesome, because it would be. So yeah, just do that once you're free later on. And if you do it, we can kind of connect in further activities as well, because we're going to go to things uh, deeply in other things like other blockchains and marketing and collecting art. So if you are already in sync with the MetaMask activity and stuff, so you'd be better able to, like, follow along. So we're gonna do the final thing. Why, you can tell us once you're ready. We're gonna go through the Twitter and Discord real quick. You wanna go to the Twitter and Discord real quick?
Yeah, so
Sure,
Twitter and
sure.
Discord,
Yeah.
I think it's session 4 where we're really going to dive deep into it, right? If I'm not mistaken, and
Yeah.
that's going to
Session
be
3.
yeah. So right now, just briefly, Twitter and Discord, you have to live on Twitter and Discord if you want to sell NFTs, if you want to be an artist, if you want to be a collector, maker, like on NFTs. Twitter, Discord, right now at this moment are the most important 2 social medias that you have to live on. Get in there, find good people to follow. Be careful of people that because there are a lot of influencers that are kind of doing it the wrong way, without naming any, but like there are definitely genuine good people that you can follow. Find them, follow them, and another really good tip is if somebody in the NFT space has their DMs available, DM them if you want some advice.